scoring the most points of anyone else last time out. Nikolai Agard has moved one step closer to a first ever Apex Racing League GT3 trophy crown. 2 rounds remain, and tonight we go to a circuit where it can go very wrong very quickly. It's Bathurst today. We're here at the Apex Racing TV esports studio. My name is Sam Fitzpatrick, and once again I have alongside me David Sampson. And David, you weren't around for the previous round, but Magilla was a very good one. It was a 2-race format. Yeah, seemed very competitive. Nikolai didn't win either race, but he was the one driver who finished in the podium on both occasions, and he goes into these last 2 rounds looking pretty tricky to catch. Yeah,
I see it looks pretty quick in practice at the moment, but like you said, there's puddles on track. This is a treacherous track, especially with the amount of cars we have on track. I think it's going to be a great race. It's been super competitive. We'll see how the team comes into it. And this is the 60-minute format.
This is the 60-minute format.
I thought it was, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, fuel saving comes into it. It's going to be really interesting.
Let's have a look at those points then going into this round. You can see how Agard has really managed to stretch it out in the last couple of rounds. His drop score isn't bad either, so he's looking very good. He could technically actually win it today, thinking about it. So, because his drop score is good again. Albeit you can still get to qualify for the championship if he insults one of us. So, you know, he does need to watch it. He's a very nice bloke though. Marcel Kras really struggling in the last 3 rounds after that high of Monza. He's in 2nd place. Then it's Mick Palach. Leo Giotto, of course, missed a round a couple of weeks ago. That's really brought him out of contention. And Adam Watson, a very good round for Watson last time. I think he did get a post-race penalty, but besides that, he was right up there, finished 2nd place in race 2.
Nice. Yeah, he's had some bad luck this season. So, yeah, well, from what I hear, more bad luck.
Yeah.
Maybe caused by himself. I didn't say, unfortunately. I will watch it back.
In the Pro-Ams, it's Yihor Zudetskyi who is at the top, but only by 5 points over Aidan Carter. Yihor actually won race 1 last time out at Mugello, but then he got involved in a collision in race 2. He's had a lot of collisions in recent rounds as Yihor, but he's just about hanging on in there. Carter's been very consistent, but it's Gordon Hawke who's actually won the last 3 meetings, and he's closed the gap. He's still in play.
I am really surprised to see how close it is, especially after the first 2 rounds or whatever. It looked like Yihor just had this. Yeah, that's going to be fantastic to see how it plays out. Very close.
And in the Amateur Championship, it's Martin Varga, another one which looked like he was going to dominate at the start of the season, but he had a terrible time of it last time out. And Simon Andre Livingston, who's won 2 of the last 3 rounds, closes the gap. Jan Schuttler still with a chance. Jakob Trinkels has some tough times as well. It always seems to be near the front, but a few things have gone wrong, so still an outside chance for him. But yeah, I think sort of the issue is that there's not really been a consistent threat to Varga. Varga's been far from perfect in the 2nd half of the season, but those other 3, one's been winning 1 round, one's been winning the next round, and there's not been a sustained.
Yeah, I mean this in the nicest way, but Varga's biggest competition's been himself. Like, he is P1 and P2, but it's impressive to see Livingston. So last time I saw it was Jan Schuttler in 2nd, so Simon's moving forward. That's a good tight division as well.
And in the Teams Championship, of course, Eric Rosseth returned last time out, and he made a big difference. And Groff de Canton also were able to take the lead of the championship. Of course, Sim Racing 1 also had a full squad last time for the first time in a while, so both those squads pretty much as strong as ever. And Mag Performance still with a very small chance, but it's unlikely to change that one. But Groff de Canton, definitely the favourite now that Rosseth is back, and Agard obviously has been in such good form throughout the season. Here's our calendar, and it's coming very close to the end now. We've just got this round and then Imola next time out. But I can't help but feel like for Agard, if he can get through this round safe, then he'll feel like he's done almost all he needs to do. Because if it's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong here.
Sure. And is Imola heat racing?
No, another 60-minute race.
Gotcha. So. Yeah, I don't think Agard's going to be too worried. He's looked so consistently strong all season long. It's been very impressive to watch. Sure, he's been caught up and had some bad luck, but who hasn't?
Absolutely, yeah. Everyone's had their setbacks this season. And we can have a look at our format as well for this round. It is the 60-minute race, 60% fuel tank capacity. And in terms of our weather, there was a very small chance of rain, but there was quite a lot of rain, we think, before the practice actually started, which has left some tough puddles. I think by the time we get into qualifying, which has just started, I think pretty much those puddles will be completely clear.
Yeah, I just saw a few minutes ago there was still a substantial puddle at the top of the mountain on the curbing, which is, I remember that from the 12 hour, it's treacherous. So it'd be interesting to see. Still going to be tricky for them. The track will still be less rubbered than they expect.
Yeah, certainly keep an eye out for that. And a shout out to Apex Racing Academy, by the way, because we've got our Christmas sale, and you can get 40% off an annual silver subscription. Our most common subscription is the silver because it gives you all the data packs for all the cars, over 50 of them now covered by Apex Racing Academy. And just use the code XMAS40 for that 40% off by heading to apexracingac.com. So definitely check that out. I think that's probably quite useful because has there been any changes to the GT3 cars during
very
week
minor.
13?
Not,
just
I
minor.
wouldn't say tyre model. This thing's just small adjustments. I think, yeah, I mean, actually with the spring rates, there's been some minor change. I don't know how much it's affected setups, but yeah, important time to get some setups.
Yes. In terms of our track, then of course Bathurst. I think we'll have a couple of highlights as well for this track guide as well. And yeah, I think everyone likes this place, even though it's quite a demanding circuit. I don't think anyone really says much of a bad word.
It's a tough week. I enjoy it. I wish I was a little bit quicker because being quick at this track is a lot safer than always fighting it out. But no, it's a fantastic track. I always love the endurance here. I'm always very fatigued. It feels like a 24.
Have you tried the one? I think you did try the 1,000 kilometers before,
I just don't have the minerals, mate. I just can't. I can't do it for an hour, let alone 10. Is it 10? Or 1,000 miles, or whatever it is. Yeah, it's a long time.
This is what could happen at the top of the mountain. Hopefully it won't happen. And of course, we've got the new graphics as well here, which will look pretty.
Yep. I mean, it's not the biggest update. The sponsors haven't changed, which was a bit of a surprise. I assume some sort of licensing restriction. But the trees are significantly more plentiful. And yeah, there's some curbing reprofiling. It looks good. It does look good. But I mean, if you didn't tell someone it had changed, I don't know if they would be like, oh, this has changed.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Of course, maybe the best overtaking spot on the entire circuit is down into the chase. But that annoying little kink beforehand as well, it makes it very demanding. This was George Simmons and Harrison going alongside back in the...
I didn't know George raced.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Really good.
Must have been a while ago.
Yeah, I think that clip's from 2019. And then also the final corner as well. Always quite a pain.
A tricky corner, like it's just a simple left-hander, but that inside curb is very tall and the outside doesn't have a lot of grip, so it can... I find in the endurance, when you're not paying attention, it's that corner that can catch you out.
Sure.
Even though I realise the mountain is significantly more dangerous, but you're usually ready for that.
In terms of who we think is going to win today, I've gone for Leo Gigotta. Of course, such a shame that Thanksgiving has sort of compromised his season. But I think he'll be in good form today. Maybe the Mercedes that he's driven all season, maybe that will be competitive at this Bathurst circuit, we'll see. Aiden Carter, who's been very consistent in recent rounds. And yeah, we'll see. I mean, Yeehor's had some tricky rounds and maybe this precarious circuit might compromise him. And Aiden's often been the next best driver out there. And Jakob Trinkel, who I think was going to do really well back at Magellan. I think he had a good race 1, but unfortunately just fell away from him in race 2. He really needs a big round today, not just beating the other ARMs, but also getting ahead of a lot of the
I still feel bad for calling him out and calling him a good driver, and then it was that moment he binned it all by himself. I feel terrible.
Was that Sebring?
I can't remember. It was just a random call out mid-race through.
Yeah, I remember now.
I thought, I'll just do a shout out to some driver. He's doing really well. Bam, in the wall.
Yeah.
Over. Okay, my picks. I've also gone for Leo Gigotta. Yeah, I mean, I went for some curveballs here. Leo's really impressed me. I was impressed on round 1, but I just thought it was all... I've just seen his message. Yeah, I mean, Sebring knocked me back a bit. I thought if you don't know Sebring and you can't be fast at Sebring, that's just it for you. I'm sorry, because it's one of the 5 big ones. Yeah. And ever since then, he's really impressed. So I've gone for that. Gordon Hawk, I mean, this was a really tough decision. I could have picked any of the pro-rams. He's super solid, and I think that's really important here at Bathurst. And again, I didn't know how well Simon had been getting on, because I've been betting on him a lot when he weren't with him. But no, Jan, again, this has been really tough in Am. Jan's a very strong driver. Shame to see him slip away in points a little bit. But yeah, I think he can do well.
Leah's asked in no in chat that, oh no, I'm really bad at this track. I'll do my best, lol. Sorry. So yeah, maybe he wasn't the best person to put our money on, but hey, we'll stick by it, and we have faith in you, Leo.
We do.
To bring it back. Well, we'll go to an advert now, but when we're back, we'll be covering the qualifying action.
Are you struggling for consistency in your sim racing? Does your iRating look like a roller coaster? If so, we have good news for you. The way to get more consistent is to first understand what you're doing differently than the professionals. And VRS is the answer. With our competitive subscription, you will have the telemetry, setups, tutorials, and everything else you need to fully analyze your driving. Our data packs and the ability to compare your driving with the best in the world will show you exactly where to adjust your inputs, change your driving line, and shave seconds off of your lap times. And our powerful and precise Direct Force Pro wheelbase and precision pedals are being used by some of the world's best drivers. All these champions agree that VRS hardware is not just the best on the market, it's also priced well below the competition. So if you're looking to upgrade to direct drive and the best pedals in sim racing, VRS is your answer. If you want to get better, get faster, and make it happen sooner rather than later, you owe it to yourself to find out why so many people are switching to VRS. You'll be so glad that you did. Visit www.virtualracingschool.com and learn why the best use VRS.
Welcome to qualifying for this round 7 of the Apex Racing League GT3 trophy. We are just in the middle stages of the amateur qualifying, which takes up the first 10 minutes of the qualifying session before we go into the pro-ams and, of course, finally the pros. And looks all right here, at least. Which curb was it that you spotted the...
I don't know any of the words, so give me a sec. Not yet. It's just before the downhill, so...
There's still a little bit there.
Here on the right. This is on the left, it's there, but no, on the right there, that's it.
Wow, there's quite a bit, yeah.
So what I actually did in the 12-hour, but you have to commit to it, is I deliberately went out as far as possible to get my 2 tyres on the curb and raise myself over it. But you shouldn't do that if you're not going to fully commit, because then you're just driving through.
Well, this is the most amount of rain we've had this season, in terms of there's actually moisture on the circuit, which hasn't been the case, at least in any of the qualifying or practice sessions so far.
You remember my early community races, I once hosted a race at this track. It was a big turnout, you know, pandemic numbers. Yeah, and I the mistake was 1x was a drive-through. Oh, that was a whole new level of scare.
Oh,
yeah, look.
Yeah. Ross Fowler, sorry, that's Tommaso Passeggio. Ross Fowler, who took pole position last time out, actually his first pole of the season, gets knocked down because Schuttler's gone ahead and Varga as well. But yeah, I'm surprised just how much water there is. I mean, that's probably still going to be there even at the start of the race as well. So
yeah, it looks like it's just not drying up, and you can see they're feeling it. Trinkle putting in some purples.
No more rain is going to be deposited on the circuit. We can confirm that. Trinkle, and it's an Aston Martin 1-2.
I hate the car. I've done maybe 6 laps in it, so I'm not the most experienced, but it's a traction limited car. Of all the GT3s, it's the worst on the initial power down, and bah. I just don't need that in my life. I just don't need that in my life.
Oh, a bit more rain, a bit more water for Passeggio. I think his lap has already been invalidated. Don't know if we could run on board with, let's see it. Just go through the cameras list, because I was doing some different camera angles the other day. Don't know if we're going to have some funky cameras. Oh, I just about keeps it on there. Oh no, these look pretty plain. Maybe I changed it back. Oh, that's alright. Oh no, maybe I... Oh no, you know what? It was the cup car. That's what I was doing. It was. We're doing this series which has this GT3 Porsche, but I was using footage from the cup car. So no, my bad. We do not have that. But still, we have lovely angles nonetheless.
Yes, indeed. I like this one a lot, actually. Might have to steal, creatively, inspiredly borrow this.
Sure. Yeah. Just take a photo of the settings.
Exactly. Whoa.
So it's going to be a big advantage, of course, for the Pro-Ams and Pros who've still got to come in this qualifying session. That water slowly dissipating.
Fair, but if it's been there through the hour practice, it's really not going anywhere quickly, is it? By the way, Jacob Trinkle, 3 purples, if that's 3 or 2, 3 I think.
Oh, but he's just gone wide, it looks like. Or maybe that
Yeah, he was
just a
already
little
on
more
for
special.
Am Pro. Adam, if you can hear me, really sorry to hear about that, mate. It is the season. It's a new update, which means new problems.
Oh dear, some of these cameras need updating, don't they?
There's more trees, yeah.
Sitchu being a little bit more careful. Trinkle, as you identified, as you predicted, did go even faster, so another quarter of a second found for him. Varga, nearly 8/10 off. What has happened to Varga's qualifying pace? He took the first 3 poles of the season, did Martin Varga, and yet since then has been, I mean, he wasn't far, to be fair, at Nürburgring, but at Suzuka he was about 7/10 off. At Mugello he was about half a second off, and today he's 8/10 off. But he's only a 10th slower than Livingston, and he's his closest rival in the championship, so again, it looks like maybe Trinkle will be able to get the most points back, but he's a long way behind currently in the standings as the Pro-Ams go out on track. We have no qualifying bans for this round, by the way, as well. Bennett Parsons had to serve a qualifying ban last time at Mugello, which really compromised his round. We have seen the qualifying bans be so disadvantageous so far this season because of the huge field sizes we've had. Even last time out we had, I think, 45 drivers take part. I think today we're in the low 30s, so a few less for today. But yeah, no one's got those qualifying bans to serve, so everyone's got a shot at winning in their class.
This, what did you say?
Disadvantageous.
It feels like that word that was fixed in post. Because it feels like the advent, like you're literally saying benefit and then adding dis before it. It feels...
Do we want to see if it's a word?
It doesn't sound...
Yeah, there you go, it's a word. Involving or creating unfavourable circumstances that reduces the chances of success or effectiveness. I would say the pit lane start.
What I'm saying is, couldn't we have just said distagious? Why are we throwing in the positive?
Oh, you're saying the ads.
Yeah, yeah.
Already. So you think if someone says vantageous, you think, oh, well, you've had a tough time, haven't you? Poor you.
Yeah, I worry sometimes. I worry. It's a good word, though. Well done. What would that get on Scrabble?
Oh, I mean,
that's a big one.
How many letters can you have in Scrabble, like on your board? I don't know how Scrabble works, but you have like some letters.
You should play it. If you can say disadvantageous and spell it, you're built for the game.
No, but it's all about the short words, though, isn't it?
Well, that's why I win.
3
Tree,
letter words.
leaf.
Yeah. Solid 4.
It's all about locking those 4s in, yeah. No, it's a good game. You should try it.
Philip Grabner saying no Moronja today, which is a shame, and so he's supporting Kraus instead.
Yeah, Kraus had a really good season, actually. We shall see how he can get on. Really tricky track. Really tricky track. Unless you know it, then it's super easy. I remember back in day when you did more than one stint on the same tyres. I was in a Lamborghini here and I triple stinted through the night, but it came to the morning and I started my 3rd stint on the Lambo, and oh my life, was it a bad decision. The track temp started to rise. I had nothing left.
Have you ever come close to winning the Bathurst?
Do you know what we have?
Was that the year where you got the setup from the start or something?
No, that was lucky though. Yes, I screwed up the setup. We started from pit lane. No, not just that. Yeah, we did do red line things before red line things, but 13 cars crashed on the mountain on lap 1.
Shock.
7 of 8 of which towed. By the time I got, so we lost, I don't know, 25 positions because we started to pit lane. and then was up. We were then down about 5 at the end of lap 1, which is insane, as you can imagine.
Oh no.
Oof.
Oh no, that's Aiden Carter, I think. He's gone wide, spun back onto the circuit, and taken out.
But the car was good doing
Because
the illegal ride height thing. Oh, we did it legally though, right? We just didn't.
Yeah. I mean, there's no, like, what they did was just unnecessary, right?
Yeah.
Like, lose the 25 seconds and just...
Yeah. It was good though. Going up the mountain with super legal ride height. I mean, legal, well structured.
Yeah.
No, to be honest, we didn't know we had done that because we just started on the wrong fuel. Sprint set. My fault.
Marcus Fox moves up into second position, which is I mean, this is their second flying lap that they've just done, so they ought to have a decent lap pace, but I'm sure they're still trying to find their way around with these puddles lining.
But I know they need to get their tyres up. Yeah, that lap from Jacob is really holding on. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'll come. Let's see. Very Aston Ford at the front.
It is quite a cool Bathurst circuit today as well, which is surprising because we are in the winter, obviously, in the summer, sorry, in Australia. And yet it's up to 33 track temperature, so decently high, but it can get a lot higher at this time of year around the circuit. So that might be part of the reason why the water isn't evaporating quite as quickly as it otherwise would do. One of Grossman to 10th place, but you can see at the bottom there, Ihor Zuzitsky is setting the pace on this lap. And he's set 2 purples so far, about a 10.5 down in the second sector. But overall on this lap so far, he's up a bit. A very good 4th sector, but the 4th sector is very short, so he's only really gained about 100th of a second there. So he's probably about a 10th of a second up on Trinkle so far. So he didn't bank on this one necessarily going past. He's still got to do well in these last few corners.
Yeah, fast dude though. But especially in qualifying, I think he's proved himself.
Yeah, now he's a quarter of a second up on Trinkle's best time. Trinkle's final sector wasn't particularly good, so you could be as much as 4/10ths up by the end of this lap. It looks good through there.
Looking very good indeed.
Make sure he misses the apex there. And yeah, this is looking pretty good. This will be a low 2-minute 3. Fox goes faster, and it's still faster than Zvudaetsky. So yeah, that's a good time from him. And Gordon Hogg now crosses the line. Where can Hogg go? Only to 3rd place. Really good end to the lap for Hogg, but still 2/10ths down.
Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on everyone's sectors who can improve. Such a long lap. That's one of my favourite things. It feels almost like 2 tracks, right?
Sure. Yeah.
I will say though, I don't love T1. It's too short. The run's too short. It's awkward on the inside with the high curve. It's awkward on the outside with the early grass, and it just doesn't make for the best race start. I like T2, obviously, but yeah, unless you're on the outside. Oh, that's the corner. That's what he just did. Sums up my Bathurst 12. I survived the mountain. Everything's fine. I start to chill, calm, breathe, have a sip of coffee, and then I blow that stupid corner. And qualifying as well. It's always the same. You're like, oh, what a lap. Locked in. Yeah, I'm locked in. Oh no, I've gone deep. Oh no. And this corner here, yeah, nice line. So easy to get it wrong, especially in cars without ABS. You have a huge fear factor coming through that corner.
So Zvudaetsky is back to the pits, bailed on his last lap, so Marcus Fox has the opportunity to stretch his legs a little bit. Some good times being set though by others further down. And watch out for Aiden Carter. He's way down the order, but is still on another lap. Carter really needs to have a big lap here if he's going to keep his Pro-Am Championship hopes alive, because he's going to be a long way behind his rivals Zvudaetsky and Hogg if it finishes like this. This is the man in form, Marcus Fox, his teammates as well in the other course sim racing cars are very good in practice.
Yeah, I was going to say that they were really clustered up in practice.
Can he get into the 2-minute 2s? No, but he finds a few hundredths of a second where can Sven Lottmann do? His teammate, of course. Kartzer up to 8th. He might take that, but it's only going to get worse once the pros come out. And Lottmann moves up to 3rd place. Barry up to 6th. Sebastian up to 8th. It's just Ronald Grossman. As we've seen a few times, Ronald always likes to sort of go out right at the end.
You get the most camera time.
You do. Of course, it's been hard at work organising the pre-qualifying for the Porsche GB Championship as well.
Oh, nice.
He actually imposed a penalty on my car last season. Gave me about half a second, or about a second a lap slower, my car.
Yeah, okay. I saw your practice laps, that weren't a penalty.
Westman improved to P7 at last time, so once again, course sim racing doing very well. They're currently up in 1st, 3rd, and 7th.
Simon in chat saying, spun twice over Skyline and damaged the car. Worst quality this season. Rip, because you looked quick in practice. Adam spun in the 12-hour queue and had to start last in the wet. Oof. Visibility, 0.
Well, the good news for Simon Livingston is that he's still ahead of his main championship rival Martin Barker. He needs to get a few cars between himself and Barker to get back the points deficit he currently faces, but he's in a position to do so at the moment. Yeah, that puddle on the inside there is certainly clearing. Carries out a bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, I agree. Does look like it's narrowing. I drove over 3 hours in the rain during the 12-hour. I was the only team member who was comfortable in the rain, so when the heavy rain came down, they put me in the car, and then it just became a decision. You'll get out when the track's dry.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Cool. I enjoyed it, though. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, love the endurance. You don't get any 1Xs, right? You only get the 4X, and then the race is over.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? Is it 50X that you're limited to?
Yeah.
It's 12 hours.
But yeah, you barely get any incidents here. 1X is maybe clipping the grass here at best, that's it.
Part of the issue with that puddle just staying there is that everyone's avoiding it, and so it's not clearing it. And so it's really just evaporation, which doesn't seem to be doing much. Watch out for that one in the race. Running forward with Bennett Parsons, who is qualifying this week, unlike last week. He caused a bit of a mess at T1 at Nürburgring. Actually made contact with his own teammate, but that caused pretty much a track blockage at T1, so had a qualifying ban for it. But he's back now and looked very good in practice. He will definitely be fighting for the front 2 rows of the grid.
Oh, saw some lines over the gravel, the sand track there. Someone has taken the escape road.
So Nikolai Agard with a first lap, but of course the tyre still getting up to temperature. So being within 8/10 is a pretty good effort. But this next lap will be much more representative. I was discussing this last week, but how do you think it works in terms of if this was an entertainment product? Say we were like ESL. How do you feel about the fact that the tyres take 2 laps to warm up? Do you think that's a very bad thing when it comes to entertainment, or do you think it's, if anything?
Well, they're pre-warmed in quali, so it is more just that you can't extract the maximum pace in the first push lap than it is like in practice where the tyre is actually cold. It's a tough one. Undecided. I mean, I think we've had this discussion a million times, but I know we chase realism, but I hate that we always also gravitate to the worst things about real racing. Why we bring in the worst things? Like, tyre warmers left real racing due to pressure on global warming. Nothing to do with they would have them. In a perfect world, they'd have them.
Yeah.
Well, we live in a perfect world. We can have them, and it doesn't hurt the world. So this is what I mean. We chase realism, but why we chase the worst side of it, I have no clue.
So do you think then that no hybrid cars should be added to iRacing?
Now you get it. No, the GTPs are they can easily become the next big thing over GTs in the future for sure. So no, I get that. They're too cool to ignore.
Sure.
But yeah, the mission arc and
Yeah. So let's see what these laps are going to be. Make Palic with a lot of personal bests, but I'm not seeing many purples. But Agard still goes fastest. Palic into 6th position for now, but that is a big lap there for our championship leader, Nikolai Agard, who I think was fastest in practice, albeit it was quite close between him and the course sim racing cars. And so far, none of the pros getting close.
Mitty in chat saying Mustangs everywhere. Yeah, I mean, you have to pick a car for the whole season in this series. So, I mean, it was such a safe, easy, fast car that it became definitely the most popular choice for multiple tracks. For sure. Maybe we should have a series that's like, yeah, ESL, IMSA esports, blah, 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 where you have to qualify for your car, and there's only so many per manufacturer. Yeah, it looks great on the stand.
Nearly. Oh, no.
So did you see Hugh Barter do that on... Oof.
I think that's 2 course sim racing cars.
I don't know why he didn't tow. Anyway. Did you see Hugh Barter do that in the race? Top split. In the race. Clips it on the puddle. 180s. Carries on. Doesn't lose a position. He was streaming as well. Absolutely epic.
iRacing, you posted it.
It was so good. I was driving and I heard about it. I literally opened it on my top screen while I was driving to see. Wow. A full 180 and just carries on like it's absolutely nothing.
Well, that's a big setback for Agard and for Palic
Yes.
and for Parsons. You all got caught up in that.
Because,
I mean, Palic, I think, will look back on that and regret it because, obviously, these tyres do take a while to warm up. He could have just slowed down and avoided that. Instead, he sort of just went for it and hoped for the best.
Hopes he towed, yeah.
And,
but the guy didn't tow because of the same reason with the tyres. He was hoping, oh, they'll get past me.
Oh, and now Palic is going to the wall again, and he's running out of time. He's only going to get 1 lap, and it's going to be on... I mean, there's no point in even going back out for Palic. His qualifying is ruined.
Dragota to P10, Rosef to P6. I tell you, the Pro-Ams, again, how many times have we say this? Delivering in qualifying.
Yeah, it was Gordon Hawke who was on overall pole last time out, another Pro-Am.
Wow. And it was Magello, right?
Yes. Him on pole to Deadsky, I think, in P3.
Yeah, he's been a monster in Q all season long. 3.8k, and yeah, he qualifies so impressively. I'd say Suzuka was his low moment, right? Because he got the overall pole.
Yeah.
And then just...
Could have definitely won that race.
Just died on the entry of T1 on his own. I mean, it's not an insult, we've all been there. I've done a lot worse than that.
So Eric Rosseth here maybe has the best chance of anyone to challenge for pole because Agard is still on his out lap. He's not going to get a proper push lap because he's only just starting his first lap now.
Oh, that visibility though.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's Wiper didn't trigger that. But this is a pretty good start to lap for us. A very good sector 1, good sector 2, but missing a lot in sector 3. He's some quarter of a second down in sector 3. Sector 4 isn't much of a sector, but it's good nonetheless. So I don't think this is going to be enough for pole. It might be enough for maybe P2.
I'd say it's my most used car around here, is the Ferrari, or BMW. Yeah, I love the Ferrari around here. Not the 296, the previous one.
Very good 5th sector. It's just whatever happened in that 3rd sector. It's quarter of a second. But everywhere else, he's faster than everyone else, so this will be P2 on the grid. As Brown goes fourth.
Yeah, nice lap from Brown there. Seth to P1.
No, it was to P1. What a final sector. What's a final sector?
That was a monster final sector.
About a 10th faster than pretty much anything else we've seen.
Yeah. I mean, compared to the... yeah, that's really impressive.
So Agard's spin, probably denying him pole position there. Didn't give him a chance to set his second and third laps. It left him with just one quick lap.
I'd have gone for a Seth. I don't know, he's back to his old ways, but, you know.
And of course, that is a Grofter Kartsen Auto 1-2 as well. All thinking of core sim racing. Well, it hasn't quite come to effect, partially because of that Parsons and Palich instant with Agard at that corner that we just went through. And that is everyone. It was just Artem Sova who did not set a qualifying time, and this qualifying is soon going to be Sova.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
You've had 2 weeks since I've seen you, and that was what you come up with. Bennett Parsons in chat, man, that crashed through mountain, took out my contention fully. Yeah. Was you the Lambo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't park there. Yeah, I mean, he held his brakes. I mean, he didn't tow for the same reason nobody slowed. It's all about his tyres.
I think he honestly didn't. I think he had hit the wall already, so I think he was trying to tow, but he just hadn't slowed.
Yeah.
Like, he
I don't.
still.
It was an awkward and a shame, but I don't think he did anything wrong.
Yeah. We now have a 3-minute warm-up. So actually, that's even more chance for the track to try out. So. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. Another shout out, by the way, to Apex Racing Academy, because the Apex Racing Academy Christmas sale is on. You can use the code XMAS40 over at apexracingac.com when it comes to purchasing a silver annual subscription and get 40% off your subscription. So just head over to apexracingac.com in order to do that. I'll also give a quick shout out as well. Not that it really needs it.
To me. I thought he was going to shout out to me. I thought I was getting excited.
Here, though. I can't shout out the person who's next to me.
Go on, carry on.
But no, David, he's all right. Shout out to the Apex Racing Academy Porsche Cup as well, because that starts in January. We'll be broadcasting it here from the studio. It's only been open for a couple of days, and we've already got over 30 entries, so it will probably fill out within about within a week. Of course, that's with the new Porsche Cup car. So, not far similar, as far as I'm aware, to these GT3 cars. Obviously, it's now got ABS and TC, and it's a lot faster.
It is a hoot to drive. So much fun to drive. I don't love the front suspension. It's a bit pogo-y, especially at Spa and stuff, but fantastic to drive. Yeah, I think for racing on a track where there's no undulation or any bump, I think it's fantastic.
Well, we are going to Adelaide in the final round, so...
I'm sure they're going to patch it. For me, it's just if they can tweak that front suspension, I think I would race it a lot.
Yep.
I'm so sensitive. I don't drive the Porsche GT4 for that reason. The constant pogo-in, and the Porsche Cup's even worse.
Sure.
But yeah, fantastic to drive.
I wonder if we could just watch the cars go around the circuit and just see at the top of the mountain how much water is still around at those corners we were saying before, because each time the session progresses in sim we go forwards by 10 minutes, and so
no, it hasn't done well on the left there. I saw
it doesn't seem to have done much, has it?
The reason it makes a bigger difference now is because they're only too wide to get forced out onto puddles, but especially the mountain place, yeah, it's still the same amount.
One of the things that I hate in Formula 1 is when you see some wet conditions and then you've got marshals going out trying to clear the puddles. It's like, no. Let's start racing now so that it's damp out on the circuit. Don't clear the puddles. We like the puddles. But we have no marshals doing that today.
The thing I hate about F1 is what are the wet tyres for? Like, honestly. You're barely allowed to use inters before it's red flagged.
Of course, the full wet conditions on iRacing have now been reduced. So anyone who saw the Monza race in Apex Racing League Endurance earlier on in the year, no more rain like that. The strongest rain is weaker than it used to be. So no more monsoon weather.
I'd like to add allegedly on the end.
Sure.
Because they say a lot. Allegedly.
Sure. Well, the next time we have a race, maybe next time at Imola, 100% rain, we'll see.
Allegedly.
We'll see. Because that wasn't even 100% what we saw at Monza.
Yeah.
It sort of peaked at about 70%.
Yeah.
I mean, 100% must be crazy, but yeah. Here's the grid then for today. It's Eric Seth and Nikolai Agard, the teammates, on pole position for Groff to Carlton Auto. Then it's Marcus Fox, top of the course sim racing drives, followed by Yihor Zudetskayi. Then it's Andrew Brown, Sven Lotman, Gordon Horg, and Meg Patch. Jakob Trinkel, I didn't notice. Trinkel qualified 9th as an AM. And that was with the worst conditions. That's when the puddles were at their biggest.
Yeah.
So a massive effort there from Jakob. He's ahead of Alexei Bari, Ivan Tonneson, Leo Gigotta, Ronald Grossman, Jan Schuttler, Daniel Sebastian, Jack Osborne, Rafael Jurica, Bennett Parsons, watch out for him. He's one of the fastest drivers out there. Aidan Carter, watch out for him as well. There is Simon Andre Livingston, Marcel Kraus, of course, second place in the Pro Championship. Martin Varga, he's the AM leader. Then it's Anthony Benand, Russ Fowler, Gareth McRae, Aless Kachir, Daniel Cialfi, Jean-Thierry Arrighi. And then just a few more to finish. Blahut, Saunders way down, Maltrek, Corky. And I think that is everyone. No, just 2 more, I think, after that. I think it was just Sova and Besegio. Short formation lap here, and we'll soon get going. But this is going to be a treacherous lap 1 with the puddles out on circuit. So watch out for that. Watch out for any pile-ups on the mountain as well. But it's the Groff to Carlton Auto drivers who have the front row locked out. They can control when they launch. And we're away racing for 60 minutes of action at Bathurst, and it's a great start for
all the course to the inside there, look.
And Yihor Zudetskayi trying to gain a position there. And he might be up in place. He's got around the outside of Marcus Fox.
Yeah, the core guys looking good. Looks like they can try and work together. But yeah, 1-2, already nice gap. Lots of 2 riders still behind. The people on the outside really lose out here on lap 1. There's just not enough bite out there.
Not too many puddles around this part of the circuit. It's going to get much worse once they get to the top of the mountain. Great stuff for Mick Hallett, who's already in 2 places. One of them, I think, was on his teammate. We've got a little bit of move for one of the Cordex esports drivers. I think Bennett Parsons getting really held up there, had to slam on the brakes, and he loses even more places after a poor qualifying. And we've got a spin around. I think it's Reece Saunders who might be round at the back there, and it's collected a few other drivers.
Yeah, Cialfi. I think that's it. Maybe Arrighi, but no, I think just Cialfi.
Pretty close between Trinkle for 10th position right now, because they're about to go over those very treacherous puddles, which we saw earlier on. Is anyone making any mistakes? Looks.
Oh yeah, we've just lost LS.
Oh well, we've lost us
and Sova.
Sova and Saunders seemingly had a second instant. Maybe he was just slowing for it.
LS Kassir. I think the 3 of them got caught in something.
And Arrighi now with a meatball. I think he was involved in the first incident and the second incident as well. There is Arrighi very damaged now.
Who are the big gainers? Palich, Jack Osborne, Rafael Jurica, and Thomas Bisagio, but up 6. But I think he was, yeah, so he is just, it's all the people who are limping right now to his head off.
Look at the gap for the top 2. They're 1.8 seconds clear by the end of lap 1. Incredible just how his confidence Zudetskayi seemingly has in this lap 1. The top 2 streaking away, as we've got Simon Andre Livingston having a tough time there.
Yeah, he's back Gareth ahead, and now he's lost to Varga as well.
Championship drivers, remember, Varga leading the championship, gets on a bit of a puddle, and that may have compromised him, but maybe pushed him into Livingston. He loses out another place.
No, on the inside should be able to hold the position here.
He's Russell Fowler.
Oi!
Paddle as well, but keeps control of the car. And we've got a spinner in the background as well. That was
Bisagio, who was up. Yeah, who I think, is it him who spun? Not sure, because they got righted so quickly. Yeah, 3 people in the pits.
so for Aidan Carter. It's 16th, he's up 3 places, but is losing a lot of points to Yihor Zvidetsky right now. He's going to need to rely on an instant for Zvidetsky to bring this one back. Sergio, has he got some steering damage? Yes, a lot. No meatball though for him, so he might be able to limp it round till the 25-minute mark.
Yeah, but bent wheel up with mountain every time is it's awfully slow.
So it seems like Zvidetsky is back up to pace now. He's not losing as much time to the leaders, and he's actually gapping up Marcus Fox a little bit.
Yeah, he did well. Remember, I mean, he is a pro-am. Obviously, Marcus Fox is a pro. This is crazy. But this is not the first time. Yeah, nice job as Parsons through. Daniel Sebastian down for the Cold Ice driver, Mercedes. He isn't going to give this up. But is this going to cost him a position to the Ford leaders? Let's see. I am concerned this is going to cost him more than he gains. But no, the Ford thinks better of it. Oh, Mercedes was slow. The Ford touches the Lambo.
You want to be on the outside there?
No, you definitely do not want to be on the outside there. But the Ford is playing it smart. He is not looking for that position right now. Okay, now he is though. Now.
Yeah, Parsons sort of checkmated himself.
Yeah.
Or snookered himself.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
a bit better.
I love that. Snooker himself. I haven't watched snooker in ages, but I love it. Honestly.
We've got a prediction from Pogba in chat saying Kraus top 5 after big crash in front. Well, he needs to gain 14 places, but one day we will start a betting company, and we'll be able to place that bet, Alexander.
We'll get you some replays in a bit of all the major happenings that cost a few drivers their race.
As you can see, he's got Russ Fowler in front of him.
Oh, it's touch from behind. I mean, in fairness, that Porsche did look like he was going very, very slow on entry.
I think it was Daniel Cialfi who gave him the touch.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's always the cars behind fault, but the Porsche gap seemed to grow rapidly at the apex. So, but as I say, I'm watching from far chase. I have no clue. TV camera.
This was the instant for Sober on lap 1. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, he was heading to the puddle already, but I don't think the splash helps either.
Oh, okay, so the separate incidents. I thought the Sober incident was the same incident that cost Sergio, Origi, Alice.
Yeah, Origi had his own instant. Maybe Origi was the car ahead as Gigotta. Oh, is he going to get that stopped? Not good enough to hold on to the position. Alexi Barry back past P9.
Yeah, if we can find out what happened to Les Cassier and Origi, I think it was.
Yeah, I think Origi's the interesting one. I think that's a great one back there for Gigotta. And get this one done now. He's now 8 seconds off the lead.
I was just about to say Leo's ahead of Leicester Barry, but we're watching him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, that's what commentary is, right? So this is what happened to Origi the first time. I'm not sure this is where he got his meatball from.
Oh!
Could well have been.
Okay, so a lot of drivers lost a lot of time there.
I'm sure if there was a second instant though.
That was pretty well handled though, considering what happened.
Right, so this was when he was limping, and I think he may have spun coming into pit lane. What's that? Cassier, he just overtook him, who he might be blaming for his woes.
Yeah, I'm not sure. The Porsche, if that's Cassier, he did seemed, I'm not saying factually he was, he did seem very slow on the entry.
There's certainly a lot more far terrain now, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
Not just the trees, but just like fields in terms of like the undulations and the distance.
Correct. Perhaps they're about to launch open world and you can just...
Well, yeah, I mean, how far could you drive to Adelaide? As Carter has crashed and Schuttler have crashed. So
oh, no.
Two of our big contenders in the Pro-Am and Am championships respectively have had a big setback, and that is Jan Schuttler's championship hopes completely gone.
Ooh.
And that's Aiden Carter's championship hopes also gone.
Yeah, he's obviously going to try and get that over to pits, but I think this plus the pit stop is already costing too much. So what's happened? So it's Carter that's lost it. Ugh.
Yeah, and Schindler. I'd like to get, if we could get a replay of Schindler's on board. Possible. So,
I'm not saying anything, because the last time I commented on Bathurst, you used my comments against me for views. Unbelievable.
If we ride on board with Schindler.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it's tricky for Schindler, but in hindsight, he should have slowed more. When you got a car ping, like...
I can see what he went for. It looked like it was going to just wrap up on the right.
Yeah. You've almost got to come to a stop in that situation, especially when you haven't got too many cars behind you. And then
I'm not saying anything because like, you're just tricking me. This is a trick. You want another like
baiting you.
Yeah, exactly. Unbelievable. Waking up to all this hate. Like, where did all this come from? Oh, Sam. It was Sam. He set me up.
Thompson gets past Barry. Looks like Barry's heading back at the moment. Struggling quite a bit as the Ukrainian.
Fastest lap of the race at the moment, and Andrew Brown at the moment. Project 91 Racing in the Aston, P5 at the moment. Stayed in his same position from the start. Yeehaw is keeping up very well, which either means great things or Recef and Agard are saving copious amounts of litres.
I wonder what Mick Palach would be able to do. I mean, he's often been the fastest course sim racing driver so far this season. Starts at 8, got up to 6 on the first lap, but he's getting a bit stuck behind Andrew Brown. And imagine if he was behind Marcus Fox may let him pass, but at the moment Fox is disadvantaging the second place.
Disadvantaging?
I think we kind of established that is a word.
Yeah, that isn't. Well, yeah. I mean, that's what you'd have done as well, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, Juika sort of turned into it. Right?
I don't know. Oh? How do you make the call now? It looked oddly suspicious.
He's got to slow down, so you make it completely. That's 22nd place now. It's great. Still up 3 places from his race start. This was alongside Anthony Bernard. Good read, John.
Very good, yeah. I have definitely done those. Obviously, you want to make sure you've practiced the pit lane. Sorry if you're hearing this driving and you haven't, because there is a lot of time to be gained on entry. A lot of, it's like Le Mans. If you practice it, you can find seconds, a couple of seconds in pit entry. I mean, the way you do the pit entry is dangerous and stupid, but you just yeet over the curves, slam on the brakes while hitting the other curve. Fun stuff. Yeah, same with Le Mans. If you practice it, you really get some time.
Whoa, it's Sven Notman.
Great save, though.
He continues on his way. Wow, that, my goodness. Well, that's a good Hugh Barton impression.
Yeah, I think he's damaged the car. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe it got caused by a hit. Oh, he hit the inside curb. Oh. Yes, we did damage the car.
That was it was that Gordon Hawk who just made his way past. That would be fascinating to see Hawks on boards of that, because he was right behind.
I tell you what, he can't see it happening, bless. Wow.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, he couldn't see it happening, but then it happened for the core driver. The moment of scare was sort of blind. This is what we love about racing. This is what I always dreamed rain would be like, just the oddity to throw out there.
Yeah.
Or the end of the race, a tyre decision, not just whoa, monsoon. Yes, we did damage the front of the car.
So he has had to pit, which is a shame because he's got 48 minutes to go. I don't think he gets the end of the race from here. I could be wrong. He does have a faster car he can use. I mean, he's going very slowly in the pit lane, or is that just the speed limit? taking fuel. Me as well. So what Mexico City drives go very, very far on fuel side. I don't know, maybe it's possible around here.
Our fellow Ukrainian driver, is it here?
Oh, we've got a few. We've got
Yeah, the other one.
Korshavin.
Thank you. You're having another fantastic race. In another universe, in another reality, he's already won the division by, But it doesn't always go that way. But it's his qualifying that just sets him apart, because he's able to gain so many more points by just being smart and maintaining. Marcus Fox doing great stuff though. Anthony Bernard having a good race back there. P18 up 5 positions. Marcel Kress, popular in the chat. P17 up 4 positions. And on the back of Bennett Parsons.
Yes, second place in the Pro Championship is Marcel Kress, so of course if a guy could win today, or finish in this position, I think he would win the title, because his drop score is so good that even if he didn't turn up for the next round, he would be the champion.
Right, I'm gonna try it again. Jacob Trinkle having a brilliant race out there. P11 down 2 positions, but in the draft, in the pack that goes all the way up to P9, and has 7 positions, 8 positions over his nearest competitor, who happens to be none other than Martin Varga. So, yes, stellar stuff. As long as he survives this lap, we are all good.
Yeah, he came into this round, did Trinkle, some 43 points behind in the championship. If it ends like this, he will score 80 points compared to, what was it, 66? No, one less than that.
65.
64. So, where is he? 80. So he'll take 16 points out, and the gap was 43 points.
Yeah, so it's still too much of an ask at the moment.
Oh, that's a
Oh.
slow car. Is that the
Very
Honda?
slow. No, DeCrot's in a Mercedes.
Yeah. Oh, that car's made a bit of a hash of that. That was a Tommaso. No, it wasn't Tommaso Passaggio. Was Tyler Corky? Oh, and I think Corky might have blood on his hands, because that was it Rafael Jurica, I think, into the wall. There he goes. Oh dearie me. And yeah, we'll
Yeah, so
bring it back a bit
what
earlier,
happened there?
but
So Jurica lost it.
I think he was trying to make his way past the back marker.
Ugh. Well, not even a back marker. Surely that's not a back marker. Surely he's damaged. Wait.
I think he had damage earlier on. He had a very long pit stop. This only was Tyler Corky's 3rd lap of the race. He had issues earlier on.
Yeah. I mean, you can't park there. You can't go quarter speed up the mountain. Toe. If we could get a better angle, just to see if it was doing.
We could go very unprofessional and just rewind it potentially, even though it doesn't look very good on the broadcast. There you go. This is early on in the lap. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think the drivers ahead were pretty.
So here we go.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, that's fully on the other guy. I mean, you don't let people by there.
Well, I'm not even sure if he was trying to. I think he just hit the wall, right? On the right, and it bounced him to the left.
Yeah, but I think he was moving over
Sure.
to let him by, and that's why he hit the wall. He was going way too slowly. Way too slowly. if you're slow, take off your mirror. That's the worst thing. You can't be slow and helpful. You can be helpful if you're fast. You cannot help if you're slow, because we have no idea what you're doing. When you change direction, how are we to know?
That's one of Grossman getting past Jack Osborne. And in fact, sorry, that was him getting past Jakob Trinkle.
Yeah.
Trinkle not places.
Yeah, I think he's just... He wants to find a spot to settle into. Oi.
This is Christian Malchiek.
Oh no!
And he gets it. And was that by the same car?
No, not both mirror
Was that by
makers.
Corky as well?
Well, Corky's ended both mirror maker drive. Well, this one was slightly less. Yeah. He turned left, I think, there. Does that last left look like a correction to you?
I think that he's still crashing at that point, to be fair. Well, that'll be a penalty. Well, the first one certainly be a penalty.
The second one is a penalty if you're just out there driving recklessly.
Sure.
But I don't know if that is actually. I don't know the rules. They don't let me near them. This is going to be a pass. No, he's just following.
Sven Lotman, who had to pit earlier on, of course, we don't think he gets the end of the race. Well, he only took 10 seconds of fuel, so he definitely needs to get to the end of the race.
Looking fast, though.
Yeah, he's got a decent amount of clean air at least, so he'll be hoping that everyone else will pit, and he can sort of do a bit of an overcut on them. Might be quite near the front, actually, once everyone has pitted Lotman, but he, of course, will pit for a second time, we think, for a splasher at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, the core guy's looking good today. Obviously, it's not easy to beat the Recef A-Guard partnership, especially when they're running like this together up front. But I think they're putting on a good show, are the core boys. Jack Osborne, he has a very Bathurst name.
Oh, quite an Aussie name, you reckon?
Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong.
Are you thinking of because of Ozzy Osbourne?
I do not know. But and Kangaroo Jack, like Jack as well.
Sure,
Just
yeah,
it's making me think, yeah, good Bathurst.
That was a good move from Osborne.
Nice livery as well. Looks like this battle isn't over yet. He's not going to defend the inside. Will he regret it? No. Does he blow the corner? No. Looking good. That Ferrari looks quick though.
Megan Palic, by the way, got past Andrew Brown. I don't think we saw that. And now, Palic, I think, is going to go past his teammate, who is making this quite tricky. No, he's not making it tricky. He's just laying it fast. So, yeah, finally Palic is up to 4th place. Don't rule out Palic of potentially winning this race because, like I said earlier on, he's seemingly been the fastest core sim racing driver. And he's now got to the front of that. Well, he's only 5 seconds of the lead.
Yeah, but he hasn't saved anywhere near the fuel of Eric and... I mean, don't get me wrong, I love it. I mean, it would put up a wicked fight. But 5 seconds back, plus probably a lot less fuel saving. That's some ask at Bathurst.
Well, hopefully this will be another clip of commentator says something idiotic.
All right, what can Simon do? Not easy to pass here at Bathurst, especially after he's qualifying, unfortunately. He's up 1. He used to be on the same team as Recef, right? When they were all the other
Racing Labs?
Yes. It was Simon Levinson, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah, because you got Racing Labs, you got Sim Racing Norway, which still exists. A lot of Norwegians.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
There is one Sim Racing Norway Cups, Gordon Hawk. Veteran in the Porsche Cup as well, Hawk, because won the amateur class in the area Porsche Cup. Hopefully he'll be returning to try to win the Pro-Ams. As long as he doesn't win the Pro-Ams in this race, I mean, if he wins the Pro-Ams in the GT3 trophy, I think he'll be a pro in the Porsche Cup.
Comes Daniel Sebastian Du. He's up against Jakob Trinkle. Pro-Am on Am.
Got Bennett past, catching up to them very quickly as well.
Yeah, I don't think Jacko's putting up much of a fight. I think he wants the Am win. And not necessarily just to blow it fighting Well, it's a catch-22, isn't it? Because he does score points beating pro-ams.
Yeah.
But I can understand completely.
But he's still got a good lead over Vargas and 9 seconds ahead of Vargas right now, which is a good advantage to have. So it looks like he's at least going to make up points today.
Yeah, you're right. Palic with the fastest lap of the race and gaining a little bit. He's now under 5 seconds. I mean, I'm being generous here, but still. Gains is gains. Did Livingston just kill Varga?
Yeah.
Wow, what a change of attitude there for Simon, who's been a great driver but never the most confident.
Yeah, I think Varga went wide at T1.
We take it. We take it. An overtake's an overtake, mate. You're talking about semantics.
Of course, Livingston lost that place on lap 1, didn't he? So I got, I think he snookered himself. We identified, and there was the going
Look
wide
at
moment.
this.
And
On-track overtake.
Livingston easily passed. Now needs to get himself a few cars between himself and Varga, but I think he's got better pace than Varga, so he's got a chance to do so. Just takes one mistake from Varga in this amateur championship. Will be wide open.
Not that we want Varga to crash. He's been absolutely stellar this season. Who's this? We've got Aidan Cartner and Ales Kassir. Kassir with the very broken Porsche.
Yeah,
Oh.
Carter was the unlucky one earlier. It was Carter. Was it Carter who crashed? And
It was
collected shut
Kassir going slow in this corner, I think, that caused the knock-on effect of him getting spun round. I'm not saying that's definitely what happened. They just looked that way. He definitely looked slower than everyone around him, and then that's what caused him to get spun. You gonna see a move here from Kraus? In.
Oh. Big corner. Gus just went off the track a little bit behind these guys.
Yeah, this
Lost
is
a
what
bit of time.
Parsons and Sebastian.
Yes.
And what we're expecting the pit stops in the next.
Probably about 10 minutes time.
So difficult here when you go outside. You run the risk so much of losing a lot of time.
Yeah, the outside line at Team 2 is absolutely rubbish.
Yeah.
It never works.
No.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes, we want both ones.
Now, I'm not sure what all the flashing's for.
I imagine maybe Parsons thinking, why are you fighting me? I'm going to get past you eventually. You're just stuck in both of our races.
And I'd wind my window down and say, prove it.
Sure. Let's see how much water there is around this part of the circuit. Yep. Oh, there's enough, isn't there? Parsons into the wall. Does he collect anyone else? No.
I can hear Daniel Sebastian now. Mate, I can't hear you anymore or see your lights. You literally said, is there... Oh, that was strange,
That was
though.
on the curb, though. I think he got on the curb.
That was one of those situations I talked about. He didn't avoid, which is fine, but he didn't get on the curb either. He just... I think he literally put one tyre through it. Just... Oh, it's really weird. Yeah, I feel bad. That's not the nicest... He's practically got the wheels straight as well.
Well, the good news for Parsons is that you can pit now and get to the end of the race.
I'd say the awkward thing is it's always at the moment they get sprayed, they can't see what they're doing, and then they find out their career in sideways by the time they come out. Oof. Yeah, shame for Parsons. What can Russ Fowler do? He's closing in on the very damaged... Oh, wait. I thought that was the damaged Porsche. That is not.
No, his teammate.
Yeah.
A few drivers are pitting. It's Darren Cialfi into the pits. And Reece Saunders as well. Saunders, who had a setback early on, I think he may have had a bit of damage from that point, so he comes into the pits to get it fixed.
Cialfi, Reece and Saunders in. And now Trek. How is your Palic prediction paying off? Yeah, I mean, it's closing. 2/10 in 5 laps, or whatever, 6 laps, but really scuffed qualifying then, didn't he?
Well, he got wiped out by...
Yeah, that's what I mean, he scuffed it.
Yeah, fastest start for the race on that last time round. Gains a huge 600ths of a second leader.
Oh, well, he's definitely cooking.
So Brown will have an advantage on these guys, I guess, on fuel, right? Because the Mustang's not got great fuel usage.
It has not, no.
Oh, we got another one. And it's Varga. Oh, out in toe. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Okay, he's in a better place now, but it's still an awful place.
Got to kill the TC and make sure your relative is clear.
Now you've got to go.
Oh, you didn't kill your TC. You're Austin Powers in it. Oh, okay.
Wow. Well, this could.
I don't understand.
Out to championship wide open.
You pull the clutch, you put it in first gear, you rev it up, you tap your TC, you lift off the clutch, you put a gorgeous 180 every time. Ah, what a shame.
So lucky that this Russ Fowler, we get an onboard of Russ Fowler, who I think might have damage because of that, but he barely missed that.
Yeah, and he wouldn't have known anything about it, what with the Porsche being there. Ah, the Porsche looks like it does lift for yellows, like he seems a bit slower. Oh, yeah, I hear contact. Has he picked up damage? Yeah.
Well, we'll see if he comes into the pits. That'll be good. No, he's continued round as Russ Fowler. He hasn't.
Okay, it's just a sound. Net code almost. Ah, what a shame for Varga. But that changes the championship. If I'm right?
Yes, yeah.
What? And Varga made it back to the pits.
That's one of the first pit stalls.
Fast repair used. I saw the front bonnet change.
Yeah. So he needs to keep it clean now for the last half an hour. Otherwise, he could well lose the championship, not just have his championship lead cut down. Here's Aidan Carter. He had an issue, and his day going about to worse, and that's not even on the exit puddle. That's on the entry cupboard.
You probably just saw there the update the Mustang got. The rear wing doesn't just fall off every time it backs into. Yeah. So when you ask what the change on GT3s, apart from like all the, there's some spring adjustments to all of them. Yeah, there's just some minor tweaks on each car. Something to do with the transmission on the BMW, the rear wing on the Mustang. The Acura has a better wing ratio. When you change it, you don't just go from best downforce to fastest car in a straight line. They fixed that. Something Mercedes.
So we did Sky on that last lap. Missed a lot of time in the first sector. It was 4/10 in the first sector. Gained a 10th in the second sector, gained a 10th in the third sector, gained a 10th in the fourth sector, lost a 10th in the fifth sector, gained his half 10th in the sixth. So actually it was just a bad first sector for Igor, but his gap has diminished now, and Metcalf is right with him. If you were Pallet right now, would you come into the pits in order to get some cleaner air? Because I think he would come up behind Blackett, but ahead of Lockman if he puts it now.
Well, if you could guarantee it, but at the moment he's too fast to spend any time behind someone slow. That's the problem. Yeehaw looks plenty quick enough. I'm not sure. Typically at a track like this, I wouldn't pit early now. Jump.
Yeah, I think there is a nice gap now between, especially now that Blackett's pitted. Probably come out between Fowler and Lockman. It is risky.
Yeah, he's going to have to try and jump you here on the pits. He's not going to be the kind of guy who's easy to pass. And then, yeah, we'll see. You're right, Pallet's just made inroads, and there's still plenty of time left in the race. I just fear Receff's going to get a minimum of like 1.8 seconds in pit alone, which, yeah, I mean, it's a lot. We'll see.
Of course, watch out for Recef, potentially giving the win to Agard in the championship context.
So he's Barrichello now?
Potentially.
He's at right. Interesting.
I don't think he will do, because Agard's going to win the championship today, even if he finishes second place, so there's no need. Barrichello still let Schumacher pass Red Bull Ring 02, so does anyone bite the bullet here? Ehor seemed to be lifting closely quite a bit when we were riding aboard.
I heard Udetsky fuel saving there.
Yeah, and he's losing quite a bit of time to the leaders. I mean, he lost nearly a second to Agard in that last lap. And so why I was thinking the early pit stop might be better. But no movement yet.
Palic might send it here. By might, I mean will.
If he's got the inside line, there's going to be no defence for Svidetsky, who lets it go very easily. So Palic up to P3, but he has lost the best part of a second by being stuck behind.
1.2 seconds.
And yeah, curious why Yihor is seemingly fuel saving as much as he is.
Yeah.
Move for Osborne on Bari.
You either fuel save or you don't fuel save. The one thing you don't do is half-arse it late in, thinking, oh, I'll save some. Because all you do is you don't save fuel and you cost yourself lap time. If you didn't lift T1, then don't bother the rest of the race. I mean, I'm oversimplifying a little bit, but the mentality should be that. And that's what I was taught.
So we really are getting into pit stop territory now. Some of the drivers who haven't been fuel saving may have to pit at the end of this lap. Potentially. The others might be able to go 1 or even 2 laps further. Leaders just about to go past the pit lane themselves. And no pitting for them, but there is a pit stop for Marcus Fox, so he could not go any farther. Despite being in the draft with pretty much the entirety of that first step.
Yeah.
Gordon Hawk also into the pits.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of them for sure.
Svidetsky needs to try to beat Hawk today, if he possibly can, to increase
Bari
his
into the
championship
pits. Tonneson stayed out, Jacotta stayed out. Sebastian in. Marcel Kraus in.
That's a little bit late for Banana, but he makes it.
Yeah, these people forgot to practice pit entry a bit there. It's worth a lot of time. Spend all that time lapping to try and be within like a 1/10 precision and then blow 1.5 on entry. Seconds.
Pretty long pit stop for Fox and Hawk, 20 seconds. You've seen most pit stops around the 18-second mark. Sebastian and Kraus both 18 seconds. Sven Lotman might be ahead of Hawk once he comes out of the pits, but he's still behind. Lotman, of course, still with a splash to do with a few laps remaining. He has already pitted once. As we've got Jakob Trinkle round, and that's another big swing in our championship.
Yeah, especially, that's huge because we'd lost. Oh, hello. Wait, is Trinkle pitted? No. What was that? Well, I don't understand what I was seeing there. I mean, I know I hate this car, but what was that? He had wiggles on entry and then it still went off. That's why I was wondering if he'd accidentally put on cold tyres or something.
We need to watch it now on this in-lap. He will be pitting at the end of it. And Selman Andre Livingston not too far away now from the absolute. Once again, Livingston, the consistent driver. And with Barger and Trinkle making mistakes, he's the one who stands to benefit.
Yeah, I wonder if he can do, what's the corner called? Canada, is it? The downhill left. The
chase?
The chase, yeah, thank you.
Rosset stays out. Was that Ferrari better?
You didn't say Fiat. I mean, they did famously own, right?
Yeah.
Rosef in a Fiat. I told you this is what I warned you about Rosef when you said beat Rosef. The problem with Rosef is this fuel usage he does. Obviously, he's in a good car for it as well. But yeah, the man just doesn't use fuel. I've battled him a lot this season, and we usually get fastest pit stop, but no, he gets fastest pit stop, and he's faster than me.
I'm a little bit concerned about Agard taking so long to get into his pit stop. I'm very concerned about. Look, Agard's going to lose it. I don't know why Agard took. What was going on with Agard in the pit lane? because it took him so long to get to his pit stop. Did he like spin on pit entry or something? A little bit sluggish to get away, but his pit stop time was fine, but it just seemed to take
Maybe
so
he got
long.
a slow down on the way in, which is easy to do.
Yeah.
He will...
Yeah, he's just crawling to it.
Oh, fuel.
Oh, so he's... Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's
so
run out of fuel.
And barely reaches his pit stop. Wow. Well, he...
And you want to know the difference between Ford and Ferrari fuel, right? Racef's gone a lap further. And Agard was in his draft.
Yeah. Wow.
Maybe Racef will go for one more, you know?
I mean, that's crazy. That's just because his pit stall was like the last one. If he was one of the early ones, he would have had no problem at all.
But that's cost him and freed up Palic.
Yeah.
And like you said, Racef is now actually going to take points away from Agard. He can't give them back because then he would benefit Palic more points.
Well, I mean, he's doing well at the moment to take points off Palic.
Yeah, true.
If Palic is a championship contender, I mean, he is.
All right, let's watch the Racef pit. Let's see a man who knows how to pit. Look at this. Late slam across the white line. Very nicely done. Broke a bit early. If you want to take notes.
Sure.
But then again, I think I would if I was...
Of course, you're racing next season, aren't you? And you're going to show how it's done?
I would prefer not to comment.
So Jugot's now on the tail of Agard, so Agard's got to watch this one. This is 4th position.
Yeah, and that Merc isn't slow. And Agard's going to be very frustrated right now. Jugot's just going to send it, show his nose, try and get in Agard's head, force a mistake. All right, the Racef pit stop. Wow. This is what I said, mate. 2.5 seconds quicker than Palic. I think it's 2.5 seconds, right?
3.5 seconds. 3.6 seconds.
3.6 seconds quicker. And this is what I meant. How do you beat that? How do you race a man who could go around quickly in the lead and not use fuel?
Yeah, he's now 7.5 seconds clear of the rest.
Insane.
Take a mistake.
It's really frustrating. Sometimes when I'm racing, I'm like, I've got him. I'm fuel saving. He's right there. So
yeah.
And no, he's saved more than me. Quite a lot more, which is... We've got to fill in the mirrors of Agard. Yeah, Agard's just out of contention now, unfortunately.
Oh, he's hit the wall. He has hit the wall. I don't know how much damage he's going to have, but this is uncharacteristic from our championship leader. And now Jugot's almost...
Where's Jugot going?
I wonder if we can run on board with Agard and see if he's got much damage from that, because he definitely hit it, but...
Seems okay. An interesting battle for sure. I mean, this is the first time Agard's had to battle. He has been absolutely chilling. So now to come into this scenario is very different.
Yeah, still has a chance. He's certainly got the pace of catching up to Fox and probably Brown as well.
Yeah, Palic's fuel was actually a little high compared to everyone. I wonder if Palic knew this was coming, as we knew it was coming. So he's gone with strategy B. Fine, I am just going to pit, and then I am going to push Q lap after Q lap. And I know you're going to not only fuel save, but short fuel. We'll see. But that gap's come down a little bit already.
It was 7.5 seconds.
It's a big arse though. 18 odd minutes, 6.6 on Eric, and pass. Yeah, and pass.
Yeah.
We're seeing Jugot here show how hard it is to pass when you're, even if you've got a slight current advantage. I'm not saying Jugot's faster than Agard, but in this portion of the race, Agard's probably just a bit,
Christian Maltrek may have just crashed. He was certainly off the circuit for a bit, and it's given Barton Varga an extra spot.
The Miramika boys, it's not been their day, unfortunately.
It was for Maltrek as he slapped the wall.
It's going to be the same instant, isn't it? A flash of white and then spin. Oh no. Oy. I would rather... There's a million things in life I'd rather do than drive that setup he's got, because he touched that curb and the front suspension blew up. Absolutely blew up. Agard's not going anywhere, is he?
Like that cameraman.
Yeah, he actually moved. And
Yeah.
cameraman's fine. It's one word, right? It's a singular word. What? Agard just, yeah, I think he's half out the rig mentally.
Yeah. Well, he needs to. Well, he doesn't need to. He will be leading the championship no matter what happens because of his job score, but he could still win it tonight.
Kitty and chat, bit late to the party. Cheering on Russ Fowler. P23 at the moment, up 1 position.
So yeah, I can confirm, if it ended like this, Nikolai Agard would still be leading the championship, obviously, but Palic would bring the gap down to about 50 points, which would mean that he would still have a mathematical chance. He would be the only driver, Palic, if it ends like this, who would have a chance at winning the title, besides Agard.
Palic is flying. He is bringing down that gap. Is he bringing down the gap enough? I don't know. Whoa.
Lotman into the pits for his second pit stop. Of course, had to pit on lap 6 earlier on.
Yes.
So taking another splash. We'll see where he comes out. Or maybe Asni Banan's region.
Got us locked into Agard's lines there. Kitty, yes, P3 in class. Indeed. Absolutely cooking. Sven Lotman sit into the pit. Dracota is filling those mirrors. To be honest, if I didn't know any better, I'd say it's actually working. Don't usually see Agard like this.
Lotman has messed up his pit entry, it looks. Well, I don't know what's going on with Lotman actually. Maybe he took tyres. 23 seconds stationary. He should have been stationary for about 10 seconds. Because he took 10 seconds of fuel earlier on. So, not sure what's happened to him, but that has set him back. He's still ahead of Varga, though, and Blackett, but behind the aforementioned Russ Fowler, and with quite a gap to close. These guys are closing on Marcus Fox, but very slowly, only a tenth of a second faster that last time round. They are actually faster than the race leader, though. The leader was one of the slower drivers out of the top 7 last year.
Yeah, I mean, Receff is for sure looking after his fuel. He has to. And Palic is gaining, but maybe a little mistake or something, because the gaining came down a little, reduced a little bit.
Yeah, all clean on this lap for Palic. A very good sector 4. He took out 2.5 tenths in the 4th sector alone, which is one of the shortest sectors on the lap. I think it's down the mountain, which is called the Dipper.
But Jacotta's having a good race. Up 5 positions, P7 at the moment. Marcel Kraus, I mean, that bet could come true. He's up 9. Jack Osborne up up 6. Reece Saunders up 13. Are there other altitude boys out here today, or is it just Reece? Oh yeah, no Adam Watson, of course, and I feel like we're missing someone else.
Hutchinson. Right. Sven Lotman has crashed. Oh, no, Sven Lotman has gone off the circuit and back with a slowdown. Of course, after that long pit stop, and yeah, it was going to be tough to catch up to Ross Fowler. It's even tougher now. So it happened.
Whoa. ABS on.
How does the grass change grip depending on whether it's been raining?
Yeah,
Yes, isn't it?
exactly.
So would you say, with the fact that it was raining, say, 4 hours ago in Sim?
Don't know. I don't know. I don't know how much it changes relative to the drying up conditions, but yeah, it definitely is. Literally, do you remember the grass change we had before rain was even announced? Like, grass just got grippier.
Yeah.
That was literally, the grass they'd given us was a modular piece of grip grass. So we got the grippy grass because rain was going to earn the slippery grass.
Martin Varga has gone back to the pits because, well, maybe because of this, I'm not quite sure, because he has towed since, but that at least did not. Oh no, he didn't come back to the pits. It was because he was on the pit exit that it registered as in the pits before, but no, he did not come into the pits. This is Sven Lotman again.
Oh, Adam Laut has just towed. Did Sven take tyres? This is very...
No, he's not going to make contact with Bathurst. Oh, Sven. Oh, Sven. Well, that could be a quali ban for next round because that's the worst.
I don't want to get angry, but Blood was just driving into a wall. He wasn't even a rejoin. If the Porsche hadn't been there, he would just smashed into the other wall. Sorry, my outburst is done, but like I can understand sometimes when people rejoin because there's blue sky and this appealing bit of road you're heading towards. He just drove into the wall. Well, the Porsche, but the wall, look. No, yeah. I need to go to an alone room to calm down. It just annoys me. Rejoins annoy me because you've spun twice this lap. You spent 20 seconds in the pit road, but you're going to save your race by throttling after you spin. That's your big save. Maybe take a breath, reevaluate, and head out.
Well, Lotman came into this round with 2 license points, so he might actually be safe from a quali ban next time out if he gets a level 3 penalty, but we'll see what the stewards decide.
He was just going to hit the wall. The Porsche saved him from smashing into the wall.
Oh,
what a save.
Fernand almost in the wall. And see up, he's going to go for it.
No, I think it's just...
Recommender.
No, he's just seeing if he can lose them both 6 seconds lap time. No, it was worth a shot. It did cost them a lot of lap time, but it was worth a... Because sometimes you'll see the guy just hang it out wide and be like, yeah, fine. Unfortunately, they just lost a lot of time.
Still Jakob Trinkel, by the way, leading in the amateurs despite that setback earlier on. Still in 16th place, still ahead of Simon Andre Livingston. He's having a bit of a quiet race now in 18th place. Would be scoring a fair few more points. He'd be scoring 66 points compared to the 52 points, so if you take 14 points out of the championship lead. So Martin Vargas' championship lead would go from 31 points to 16 points. How many points did I say he was going to close by? No, 17 points. I think it would be 17 points going into the last round.
My hypothesis on guess and hopium hope that Racef had to fuel save and Palic was just going to be full send was not true. Racef's putting in low 3s and Palic is matching slightly quicker, a few hundreds, thousands here and there, but if anything, Racef has extended the gap over the last couple of laps. Oh!
Bennett Parsons takes the rear wing off, and that's...
It's a strange place to find yourself, isn't it? That far across.
What could have been for Parsons today? Had he not been wiped out by Agard in qualifying, could well be on the podium right now, but instead...
This crash... Oh, it was a weird one. Wow. So we just lost 2 core drivers in 2 laps. Yeah. Yeah, we lost Lotman and Parsons. Oof. Strange face to find car, but yeah, he was really bouncing. Picked up something weird on the weird bump on the grass there. And as we just alluded to, the grass is a little bit more slippery when wet. It's been a tough race on everyone. The puddles and everything has definitely added up. Agard has dropped Dragota, so opened up to 1.9 seconds. If anything, Yeehaw has the chance for P2. I'm not sure what's going on with Palic, but he hasn't got that rapidio pace. He's another 10 slower than Racef this lap. So
yeah, I mean his pace is very good. I mean, there's pretty much no one else.
Yeah. He was absolutely flying before the pit phase.
Yeah.
Maybe we just got fooled into Eric. Just, he was just controlling that extra lap of fuel, and he just wanted to go that 1 lap extra. But they seem to be fuel saving an equal amount now on the short fuel. So, I mean, let's see what Yeehaw can do.
Got a couple of back marks still with us, Eric. He's got Jan Schuttler and Rafael Jurica to overtake, but they're both very trustworthy drivers, I would deem. So shouldn't be too much of an issue.
It's a good pace from Gordon Haig. Wonder what he can do. Let's see. He's not too far from Jakarta.
He needs every point he can, Hawk, because he's going to lose a few more points to Yipor Svidetsky. Will be up into second place in the championship, though, for I think the first time for Hawk at the end of this one, with the difficulties for Aiden Carter earlier on. But will be further away from the championship lead than where he stands at the moment. And still, that puddle does not clear. Have you seen something like that in the past, where a puddle just...
Yeah.
Because they're even running through the puddle as well. Like I know I said earlier on, you know, they're avoiding it, but actually, most of the drivers are clipping it, and yeah, it just doesn't move.
Yeah, I have indeed. It's here at Bathurst, mate. It lasted forever. I mean, the track's not dry, it's bone dry. And then you enter puddle. Oh, there are gaps in it now.
Yeah, yeah.
Fair, there are
There
gaps.
Very quick lap there for Svidetsky. To the 2:03.8.
Yeah, he sees an opportunity. He's been hanging on to the back of Punch now. He's only 4/10. I'm interested in this Gordon Haig Jakarta.
Yeah, Jakarta's just done a 4.7, which is some 7/10 slower than what Paluch is doing, and well, 6/10 slower than what Haig is doing. So it does look very vulnerable. Of course, he was right on the tail of Agard earlier on, but maybe just overcooking the tyres. And yeah, we've just got 5 more minutes to go. Haig is a very sensible driver, one of the most experienced drivers out on track, but Jakarta seems painfully slow.
Yeah, he looks like he's got this. Take a look on the inside now, he's waiting. He's looking like he's got the speed, the traction, the tyres. It looks like a case of when, not if.
Martin Varga as well for the back in 24th place, trying to recover a couple of places against Oriki and Malchuk. They're pretty close to one another, but we'll stick with this one, see if or can line it up. It seems like around this part of the circuit, maybe Jakarta's got a bit more confidence, but it seemed like when he was leading on that left front through T2, he really seemed to be struggling.
Yeah, we've got some good battles out there at the moment for the last couple of laps. Do I think anyone's tight on fuel? I mean, Ronald Grobman. Oh no, he pitted a lap. No, yeah, Ronald Grobman probably would be the tightest on fuel. But it's very hard to tell. And he is in a Ferrari, so no, I'm going to retract that statement. The Ferrari is a lot more efficient than all the people he's racing, like the Fords. Reece Saunders with some pull on Trinkle. Trinkle does not want to give this one up. Might not have a choice. Let's see.
Well, he decided not to go for it. It would have been a risky move.
Oh my life.
And he attempted it.
It might have trickled to nothing, mate.
I think that's...
Trickled. Yeah. It was a stretch. And
here comes the move then for Saunders. He has got past, but meanwhile there's been a change for 4th position because I think Marcus Fox and Andrew Brown just swapped places. I certainly saw something going on the timing screen between the two of them. This one's still going though, because Saunders, well, he got underneath at T1. He has got the inside line for T2, which is pretty much all you need.
Look at that speed though from the Aston. Like, he may get cleared. He just
He's not there doing that.
No, and he won't get it done now.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure there was just a change between Fox and Brown.
Well, I saw they were close, like 4/5/10ths.
So here was Fox, behind Brown.
Slow lap on.
Has hit.
Yeah, I think he had eyes on the lapper. The lapper was really slow and was in the wall at that point.
Brown sector.
I think it just distracted him.
look all right, so he hasn't got too much damage from that bit of contact. Here's Varga trying to reclaim 23rd position from Malchurek. Can afford to play some risk because the only drivers who are still running behind them are Jan Schuttler, Ales Casilla and Rafael Jurica. So they can lose a maximum of 3 positions. This is risky though, still from Varga, because as we've seen, this outside line very rarely yields a position, and we see it once again. Jagotza very slow around this part. This is Hawk's opportunity. Final corner, but he backs out of it.
Oh no, he's got it.
But now he's got it.
Yeah.
Overshot from Jagotza.
Wow.
Those front
You said it
tyres
was
giving
sensible,
up.
and that was smart as.
And he gets an extra, what is that? Is that an extra 2 points?
Here we go.
Extra 4 points he's just scored there. Could be very important.
So he shows nose, makes Leo go long and deep. That's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, you got to respect that. So unless Rousseff runs out of fuel, I think this win is locked down in the pros. Yeehaw is going to have this in Pro-Am.
Oh, Jagotza's going slow. He's going very slowly. Maybe it was just a mistake. I don't know, he just seemed to not accelerate at all coming out of that corner. Seems to be back up to speed now. He might lose another place though to Tonneson.
Yeah, Tonneson not slow.
Oh, he is pushing it there as well. This is the most likely positions to change before the end of the race, but Tonneson, that's the one bit of the circuit. Tonnesson's now blinking a bit. One bit of the circuit where Jagotza looks all right is, well, on the straights and down the mountain, so he might be safe. Out in the lead though, Eric Rousseff.
Yeah, what a drive.
He managed to take the race win earlier on in the season as well at Sebring, and he's going to take another race win here at Bathurst. Eric Rousseff is your race winner for tonight. Nick Palic will take the championship to the final round. He finishes in 2nd place. But what's going on with Andrew Brown? Because he's got a slowdown. It looks like he's still going to have enough speed, though, to hold on. As Rudetskaya gets one hand on the championship trophy with that 3rd position. Brown does beat Agard, who does not win the title tonight. Borg finishes in 7th place. And the winner of the amateurs will be further down, Jakob Trinko. And it looks like Jagotza has held on against Tonneson, who actually I think may have made a mistake in the last lap because he fell over a second behind.
Yeah, fun racing. All the way to the finish there, really fun. And yeah, GG's to Eric, Yeehaw and Jakob Trinkel. I think excellent drives, well-deserved winners. And a lot of changes in AM, right? Obviously it's a big ask though because he still has so many points.
Yeah, Varga still the championship leader, but Trinkel and Livingston do take a few points out of that. Trinkel's championship chances, yeah, very, very far. Very much a long shot now. Livingston with a chance, but yeah, Varga will finish in that lowly 24th place. So these are some places. Good job from Russ Fowler. I think that's his first podium of the season in the Amateurs. Quite a quiet race for him, but from what we saw, he kept it out the walls, which is something that many others were unable to do. There is Origi leading Malchurek, and these positions do matter because Varga will go into the championship finale with a reduced lead. In fact, the smallest lead he's had in the championship since, I think, after round 2 of the season, where he got a huge gap in the first 3 rounds, but has struggled since, and he's wasting no time to take back to the pits and I'm sure turn his PC off. But yeah, that is our Bathurst round then.
I like that. The rain, the puddles added an element of trickiness, especially when following close. I think the most instance we saw was following close. You get sprayed, and then you struggle to hit that line that you've been carving that's safe, and it spits you out. Before you know you're facing the wrong way.
Yeah, several drivers losing out, several drivers getting caught up in other drivers' mistakes as well. So it was problematic. Let's have a look at our final results then, with Seth winning out ahead of Palic. Svidetskyi wins out of the Proams ahead of Fox and Hawg. And winner of the amateurs was Jakob Trinko ahead of Simon Andre Livingston and Russ Fowler. Badgie, oh yeah, it was Fowler, apologies, in third position. Would you like to have a chat with our race winner?
Sure. Let's bring him in. Hello, Eric. How are we doing, mate?
Good evening, boys.
Evening. First of all, obviously, congratulations on the win. It looked like it was a fun one. Quite dominant. I mean, I was bigging you up with fuel because Sam naively one point said that someone else was going to win the race, and I got a bit confused. You had a lead, and I said he's going to be fuel saving and be multiple seconds quicker in the pit. But did you expect to be 3.6 seconds quicker in the pits? Quite an achievement.
I didn't expect it initially, leading from the start. Not fuel saving that much, I felt like. And then Nikolai behind being in draft as well. But
I mean, I know I would say the
two laps before before I had to pit, Nikolai was screaming behind me that he forgot to pit, that he didn't have enough fuel for that first extra lap.
That's amazing. Being in your draft for so long, I know the Ford's not as good on fuel, but I did wonder. We saw, because he had a late box in pit, and we saw him crawling. Yeah, I mean, is the Ferrari that more efficient, or is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, it looked like a shame because it scuffed his race. Was you going to let him buy for the win? That's what Sam surmised.
Yeah, my plan was to swap after the pits.
Right,
because I don't need the points right now because I missed so many rounds. So Nikolai is the favor for the championship. So I would have given him the win if pit cycles and all that went well. But when his pit went to I just couldn't. I didn't feel like I wanted to lift off and then let 6 people by to make him get more points.
Sure.
I just took the win.
Yeah, you don't want to look like you're manipulating it. How were the puddles? It caught so many drivers out. Now, obviously, you didn't have this situation, but the drivers that were following close, obviously, I'm sure you had a line that you carved through that, up the mountain, through the puddle. But the people that were following close to people, you know, they'd get spray in their face, and then they would catch a line they've not taken and get completely 180'd into a wall. I mean, how did you find it with visibility? Was it still tricky?
First of all, I was in front, so I didn't exactly have anyone to spray any water on me. So that was pretty nice. And then I had to use the qualifying to practice. I didn't even know the session was wet. I've been at the concert tonight, so I had to skip the entire practice. So I joined 1 minute before the session changed from practice to qualifying. So I didn't have one single lap before qualifying time. So it was interesting for sure, but I drove here at the Bathurst 12, and that was a monsoon. So
yeah, I remember.
It kind of felt familiar.
No, nice. Yeah, stellar drive, mate. Very calm, collected, and a dominant win there. Palic looked fast, but in the end, it was just too much after the pit stop. I think it could have been exciting had he got his qualifying down, because his pace over the stint looked strong, but yeah, I mean, you and Nikolai controlled the start, so yeah, would have seen. But yeah, I mean, again, congratulations on the win. Nice to see you back racing. Is everything working well?
Yeah, it seems like it, at least. Starting to get back into it. I've been off for 3 weeks with the wheel. That didn't work. Yeah. So the wheel is now working, and I'm starting to get used to the new pedals. So yeah,
3 weeks off, no practice in the rain.
Joins during qualifying.
Yeah, joins during qualifying, gets pole, wins the race, explains nothing. Brilliant.
I did drive last week, though, at Mugello.
Oh, okay.
That was the first race back.
Oh, yeah, I missed that.
So I have been racing since Mugello. But yeah.
GG's, mate. Anyone like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, of course, the other guys in my team, always being there, supporting, and for you guys too.
Thank you very much. All right, mate. I'm sure we'll catch up soon. Hope to see you on track again soon. But yeah, GG's on the win, and look forward to seeing you next round at Imola.
Thank you very much. Talk later, guys.
Mate. Eric there. He even sounded calm. It's annoying, right?
Well, there was no
He
stakes for him,
just
right?
sounded chill. How was it? I mean, it was
Yeah.
fine. I didn't practice, but yeah, I'm pretty chilled.
Yeah.
I didn't really
He was
sweat.
asking in the Discord during practice, is it possible to join during qualifying? And someone was like, yeah, you can. And, oh, thanks. And there he is.
It's heat
Went
racing,
through
you
it.
can't, right?
No, you can join at any time in quali, yeah.
I think heat. I think once.
But this is a heat race, technically. Like, we use the
Oh,
heat
I remember
bomb, so-
something weird coming up a long time ago. Anyway.
We'll next have a chat with Simon Andre Livingston, who was our second place driver in the amateurs. Simon, congratulations. Another good points haul. How was it? Because we saw you have a bit of a setback on lap 1, and it seemed like really for the rest of that first stint, you were sort of trying to make back those positions. Is that sort of accurate to summarize your first half of the race?
Pretty accurate, I will say. I had a good start, I felt, in just chasing the pack, and I know how it is when you see an opportunity to pass on the first lap, you want to go for it, and I kind of like didn't try to defend it, but tried to defend it into chase. I was on the outside and saw that he was giving me space on the outside, so I just kept it like right to the limit, and then I could hear him throttling up and he just pushed me on the grass, and then I gotta slow down how to let people by, and from that point I just had to recollect my thoughts and get my head back into the driving. So after all of that, like, the result today was mega, and I couldn't do anything with Jacob today after the pit. My front was gone. I tried to push to get the gap down, but then I just tried to save the car to get to the finish. So I'm happy about it. Could have been a better result, but when you can't keep your car out of puddles in qualifying, then you don't get a good qualifying time.
Yeah, I mean, it's so tricky with qualifying, right? Because it takes, 4 minutes around here to actually get the car in a position where you can start to go fast. And yeah, one mistake like that, and it's pretty much game over. How did you find the puddles during the race? Because you must have been falling behind a lot of drivers. There seemed to be, most of the issues we saw seemed to be when drivers were driving through the spray of another driver, have their vision compromised, and they, take a bit too much off the water. Was there like a certain line that you were trying to take in order to minimize the risk?
Yeah, I think I took the really, really good chicken line, if you can call it that, over Skyline there. I think like I kind of like gave about 3/10 every lap before I saw the puddle was sort of slowly going away. So, but I managed to get them down the mountain again, and so when that worked, I was just doing that because I was like, I need to finish this race, and if I want to have any chance of doing any good result in the championship, I just need to keep the car on the track. So I will say I did a chicken line.
Well, going into this round, you were 31 points behind Martin. Of course, he had a collision himself. I believe you got the gap now down to 17 points, so you've almost halved it. And obviously, you've outscored him now the last 4 rounds in a row, so the momentum's on your side. So yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of it's going to be down to Martin, I guess, next week. It's still in his hands. But you must be, we've talked about it before, but you must be pleased that you're still in it at this point, considering how the first 3 rounds of the season went.
Yeah, I kind of gave up in the beginning, and it's always funny when you kind of just give up and just think, let's just drive, then the results are coming. So kind of, I don't know, kind of like regretting having such a bad start, but you can't do anything about the past. So I would just give it my best shot in Imola and just see what happens. I hope not that I win it on his bad luck or anything, because I feel like he's been having such a bad luck, and he is kind of like been the fastest guy all season. So if he wins it, I will still be super happy. But I've never gotten a gold in Apex, so I don't know. Maybe it's my time. I don't know.
Well, we wish you the best of luck for Simon. For that, Simon. It certainly would be a long time coming if you were able to win one of these titles. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, of course. I will give a shout out to Twait Park, to you guys, especially David for doing such a good comeback in the commentary booth after being gone for 1 week, and
A comeback, I like that.
and of
you.
course to everybody that has been helping me during this season. They know who they are, and we will see what the future brings. So on that note, I will say thank you, all of you guys. So good night.
Good job, mate.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for the kind words, Simon, and we'll see you back next week.
No worries. Bye.
Simon Andre Livingston there.
He's really turned it around. It's been nice because, yeah, bad results, and then even in interviews, he was not confident, but he wasn't too pleased with his performances, and so wasn't bigging himself up. And now to see them just happen while just, in his own words, just driving, goes to show what you can do. But yeah, he's right. Martin has had a lot of bad. Like, it hasn't all been his fault, and he has been so fast. So the fall from the beginning of the season to the end is, it's been quite. Because we almost thought it was going to be impossible to beat Martin, because that gap he wasn't just quicker, he was able to beat so many pro-ams that how do you deal with that point deficit that he was going to build? But it's been a great season in all the classes, actually.
Yeah, that one's very much still alive. Of course, in the Pro-Ams, Gordon Hawk still with a small chance at catching up to Yihor Zudetskai. Of course, we've seen Hawk, of course, he won race 2 back last time out at Major, so if Zudetskai has another issue on lap 1, then that one
Yeah, because you know Yihor's getting a good qualifying. That's where he absolutely excels. He excels over 80% of the pros in qualifying. And he's super solid in the race. He's had some stupid things happen and some bad luck, but tough guy to beat.
Yeah.
Very. I wouldn't want to race him, and he's what, 3.8k. Great to see.
And of course the pros as well. Agard with like 1 hand and 4 fingers on it. But again, if he crashes next time out, then that could still change it. And of course, Pallet should need to win as well the race in order to change that round. So we'll see if there is a turnaround on that. Imola next time out. How are you feeling about that?
I love the track. I do like that you pick it. It does make for a good race. It's not the easiest, and there are slowdowns, and there are lots of overtaking opportunities. Fuel saving is important at this track. I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's not everyone's. It's nobody's top 5 track, so it's always a good spread of skill levels. So.
It's no one's top 5 track.
No, it's not. I've checked with everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, but it's not in my top 5. So yeah, you might be right, to be fair. But yeah, looking forward to that. So tune in for that, of course, next week. Once again, shout out to Apex Racing Academy. Their Christmas sale is currently going on. Use the code XMAS40 for 40% off annual silver subscriptions. Very good time to get it, because of course it's not going to be a big discount for many months after this. So definitely, if you want to get data packs for iRacing, this is the time to sort yourself out for the year. And of course, make sure to check out the ApexRacingLeague.com website and the Apex Racing League Discord in the description below. Check out more leagues that are coming up. We have got the Apex Racing Academy Porsche Cup, but I was looking at the entry list, and we're up to 40 already, and it's only been open for 3 days. So probably by the end of the weekend, we will be maxed out. So if you do want to take part in that, you have to sign up very soon. No delay on that. But that's pretty much it for us then for today. So from myself, Sam Fitzpatrick, from David Sampson, and everyone here at the Apex Racing TV esports studio, we are going to say goodbye, and we'll see you back in 1 week's time for the season finale at Imola. See you then.
Ciao.